How you been?
Good, I guess. It's been a lot. Life is always life over here.
Girl, life be lifing, but God be guiding, so...
Yes, he do. Ooh, what you said?
God be guiding.
Yes, God be godding, but life be lifing for you, Destiny, because you're phony.
I told you I have 6 other living siblings, and I found the last 3 that were adopted and moved away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to go to Detroit to meet them all. Yeah.
By yourself?
Well, I say this. After all of that at the Mexican restaurant, Kimmy was like, we'll go and hold your hand. Like, they kind of invited themselves.
What did you say to him?
Kimmy and Tisha?
Yeah.
Who else?
I was just like, well, come on. Wait, I mean, Maurice and Marcel.
They're from Pontiac.
They're from Pontiac, because I was like, oh, they want to damn for a road trip to the beach. Listen. I don't know if I said anything.
Well, how the
Maybe I said, okay, yeah. I don't know.
Really, girl? This is why Tisha don't trust you now.
Box to put everybody in. And she was like, well, what box I'm in? I said, don't trust that whole box. And I was like, I'm just playing. She's like, really? I was like, I'm just playing.
Where you playing now?
I don't know. I don't like feeling this way. I don't know what to do with this situation.
Let me tell you something. You're 43. All right? At this time, at this stage in life, it is what it is.
No lies told. It is what it is. At 43, this little, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you mean you don't know what to do? If you have to do too much back and forth, then cut it off or put up your boundaries or put them in a box. If you just can't deal with them, then you need to cut them out of your life. But at 43, it should be none of that.
Wanting to try to get them together with her mom.
I felt like she was telling me and Kimmy this for a reason. And so I was like, do you want us to be there with you to hold your hand through it? Like, we could be your support system for this. Why are you looking at me like that?
You want to go out of town with a person who you put in the don't trust that whole box. Did I get all that?
Putting it like that. I didn't think about it like that. Like, friends go through things, right?
Tisha is so blessed to have Marsal, but he's like a double-edged sword because with all that wisdom that he has, he can use it to, manipulate their situation. I mean, it's already rumors that, there's infidelity in their marriage, but let's hope that's not true. But anyway, like sometimes Tisha just doesn't seem to be present or paying attention, to what's going on in front of her. And, you already, with that sit down at the restaurant, you were already, in your feelings about how she handled one situation. And you just said, like Marsal said, you put her in this box and now you want to take a trip with her? Like,
You think you're ready for this?
Yep.
Hey, y'all!
Hi.
Well.
Time no see.
hey, y'all. The look on Ken's face when he walked into the session was hilarious. He's about done with this relationship.
That there's certain ways you got to talk to people. Our arguments are literally about the same thing all the time, and it's disrespect.
Right.
It's like she's been so accustomed to being able to disrespect him. I just ain't never been the type of person that, like, if you disrespect me, I'm saying something every time. Like, because if I don't, then it'll just become a habit. And I tell her all the time, I'm not your husband, so you're not going to mistreat me based off of some anger that you have built up. But like Trisha is hot and cold, up and down every day.
So right now, the relationship between you and her is not where you want it to be?
No, not even close.
Not even close? But do you agree with that?
Keywords, I'm not your husband. The relationship is not in a good space because she's still married. You can never be comfortable with someone else's spouse. It's not going to flow properly until things are done properly.
Working out. Still on the phone. Weight smaller. That sounds like a bed squeaking. Are you in somebody's house?
What the Excuse my language. Bro, that is the...
That's what I'm trying to tell
you. You went to the gym and I said the bed squeaking? That doesn't make sense.
This is real scenario. This is real
I've never been
scenario.
an insecure person and be like, oh, we're at the gym, the bed is squeaking.
Yes, it has.
That doesn't even make sense.
Ken used to think that someone was at the house while he wasn't there. I thought that was He was like, oh, well, you only been in one relationship, and so you don't know how people are out here. Like, yeah, you're right, because that's crazy. That's where I work. He will pull the covers back and be like, oh, who was sleeping in the bed? Oh, somebody been in the bed. Kenny, I got messages. Who's in the bed? Oh, somebody was sleeping in the bed. Oh, you must have another person in the bed. Still to this day, Kenny still believes it.
Oh, she's a compulsive liar. She lies about a lot of stuff.
At this point, I'm convinced that they're both crazy. Trish does seem like a liar, but if you're with someone that you know is a compulsive liar, why are you still with them? Unless you're crazy too. I do think that Ken has trust issues because he's holding on to her so tightly and he's hesitant to go back out into the dating pool. They're both pointing the finger at one another. They're both saying that the other person is a liar. One of them is lying. One of them is absolutely nuts. Well, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe. Until next time, bye.